welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to make a video today about the effects of smoking weed with diabetes. So I just wanted to say first that I am not giving medical advice, and everything mentioned in this video is my personal experience. You know, you don't have to follow it. You can ignore it if you want, but I just wanted to share my experience of smoking weed with diabetes. And yeah, like I said, don't follow my advice if you don't want to. So yeah, and then I also wanted to say, like, sorry I haven't been uploading any videos because I've just been so busy because I just started school a few weeks ago, and then like just switching jobs, and then yeah, I've just been busy with school. Yeah. Okay, so for those who don't know, that I have been smoking weed since I was 19 years old. And yeah, so I started then, and then I just recently quit about a month ago, and then relapsed about 2 weeks ago. And then after like 2 weeks ago, I was like, no, I'm done for good this time. So yeah, I first started smoking weed when I was 19, and because like my friends did it, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, you know, I might like it. I liked it, but I wasn't smoking very heavily when I was 19. And then when I was 20, like late 20s, 21 I think, I started smoking it more heavily because I got hit by a car about 6 years ago now, and I had knee surgery. My knee was fractured. I was in a lot of pain, like really bad pain, and I was prescribed hydromorphine at the time and tramadol, I think it was, and I knew that if I took those a lot and like took those really regularly, I could become addicted to them, and I could become addicted to them, which could lead to like becoming addicted to harder drugs, which I didn't want. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. No. So I took like a lot of edibles at the time to help with my knee pain, and then I took, what else? Oh yeah, THC capsules, which is, yeah, pills, but like with weed in them, not any like heavy opiates. And yeah, I was also not working at the time, so, you know, like, I just took them to help with my knee pain because, you know, I was in a lot of pain after having a fractured knee. And then, yeah, so I'm just gonna skip ahead to more recently. So a few weeks ago, I started school to become a healthcare assistant. Yeah, so in November, I'm gonna become a healthcare assistant, which I'm really excited about. And I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what, if I'm going to become a care aide, I do not want to be smoking weed because, you know, I could put myself at risk, put other people at risk, and it's just not a good situation. Like, if I were to get high before work, you know, like I could seriously injure a patient or myself because I made the dumb choice to get high before work, and then I could end up like losing my job, which is not what I want. And because most ultimately, I become lazy when I smoke weed, which is so bad. So I was like, you know what, like, no, I'm done. And then, okay, so now I'm gonna start talking about like my experience with having diabetes and smoking weed. So when I get stoned, like I said, I just become so lazy. You know, all I think about is junk food, and I'm like, I have the munchies, I'm like, gotta eat chips, gotta eat McDonald's, gotta eat ice cream. And then, you know, like when you're diabetic, eating junk food and like McDonald's makes your blood sugar go high. And then when you're lazy, you don't think about giving insulin, also makes your blood sugar go high. So I would become super lazy, eat junk food, and then my blood sugar would just be so high. And then I'm like, why do I feel sick all the time? Well, that's because, You know, I was stupid, didn't do insulin, ate junk food, and all because I made the choice to smoke weed. So, you know, not good. And yeah, and then that increases your risk of like having long-term effects if your blood sugar goes high, you know, like you can get cataracts. I already wear glasses and I already have a vision problem on top of diabetes, so don't want to get cataracts. And then, you know, like you could get your leg amputated. It's just bad. Like everything is just so bad. About smoking weed with diabetes, in my opinion at least. Like some people could not become lazy who have diabetes and they smoke weed and they're able to manage both. You know, big props to you. I'm proud of you. But for me, it's just not good. And then, you know, like, yeah, there's like a time and a place to be smoking weed, definitely. Like it can help you like with pain. But like if you don't want to feel the effects of THC, I definitely recommend like CBD oil, because CBD does not make you high. It just helps you with pain, which I should have looked into that instead of like getting high. And then yeah, just for me, like having diabetes and weed, not good, because I am just so done with becoming lazy. And then, you know, constantly smoking, that's gonna affect your lungs. So like, yeah, like 2 weeks ago I had literally like, I took like 2 puffs of a joint and I started coughing and I was like, oh no, I made a stupid mistake. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. And then like, I also had 2 edibles that I bought. I ate one of them and I was like, why am I eating candy for one when I'm diabetic? Like that was just not good. So the next day, after like, yeah, eating the edible, I took the other one, threw it straight in the garbage. I was like, I'm done with this. And then, you know, yeah. Cause yeah, I never really started smoking weed until like actually smoking until like 2 years ago. And like, I think it was, and then like not this year that we just had, but the one before that, I went and bought myself like a little mini bong, which I was smoking out of like so much, like if I had to think, like 5 or 6 times a day. And you know, that was probably really affecting my lungs. And then this past winter we had like, I, you know, was like relying heavily on weed because I wasn't out getting exercise. I was being like a homebody pretty much during the whole winter. And, you know, I was going through like a lot of anxiety and then depression because of the winter. So I was like becoming very dependent on weed, which not good. And I was smoking at least like 8 joints a day if I had to guess. Like it was bad. And then, you know, a month ago, I was like, you know what, like I'm done. Before that too, I was eating a lot of edibles, which I wasn't used to. And then, you know, like after I ate an edible, like it had a lot of THC in it. And then I went for a walk and I'm like, I feel dizzy, I don't feel good. You know, I'm having anxiety about like walking around being stoned. Like, no. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm done. And I was also using weed to help me sleep because I honestly have insomnia. I stay up late and then I wake up early because I don't know why. Well, now I know why, because I have school at like 8:30 every morning. And yeah, it was just bad. Like, I can't smoke weed anymore, you know. And like I said, like if you're having a lot of pain from like a surgery or like an injury, then I would definitely like recommend smoking weed over taking pain pills, because you don't want to become a pill junkie. You do not want to, you know, like take too much pills, and that can lead to you doing harder drugs. But there is a time and a place for weed. And yeah, if you're looking into being a healthcare professional, I don't think you should be smoking weed, because you have to look out for other people as well as yourself. And yeah, even like now when I go to school, like I have to walk up this huge hill to get to the building where my class is in. And when I was smoking weed a couple weeks ago, I would walk up the hill and I'd be out of breath. I'd be like, and I'm like, why am I like this? And then now, ever since I stopped, I can walk up that hill, no problem. Because definitely smoking the weed was affecting my lungs. And like, yeah, it's just bad. But like I said, like, you don't have to take my advice if you don't want to. This is just my personal story about, you know, how weed has affected me. And, you know, why I thought I should stop. And like, yeah, like I said, having a place for weed. But like, don't abuse it. Like this winter when I was abusing it. And then too, also, like, if you buy from the dispensary, like, weed is expensive. You know, like, I'd be buying ounces, which are over $100. And not to mention, like, at the dispensary, if it's government run, they spray their weed with, like, chemicals and stuff. So you do not know what you are smoking. So that was another big concern for me. And yeah, like, just bad. And then, yeah, how much it was costing too, because like I would buy ounces and then smoke it really fast. And then like a week later, 2 weeks later, have to go and buy more. And you know, I was wasting so much money on weed. And now that I stopped, I'm just saving money. And I'm honestly so proud of myself because I'm like, it's hard to save money, especially when you're a student too. And yeah, but yeah, I definitely do not recommend smoking weed if you're a diabetic. If you're like me and you're lazy and like when you get high, all you think about is junk food. It's just not good. And yeah, like I said, you don't have to take my advice. This is just honestly my experience. And I apologize again for not posting a video in a very long time. I've just been so busy with school and other stuff. But I'm making a habit on posting more and making more videos because I have tons of new video ideas. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos, and please remember to hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell for notifications when I post a new video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.